Hi, good morning, everyone. Today is July the 10th, day 5, I believe. So welcome to our first full week. So today is the start of Unit 2, believe it or not. So with the start of Unit 2, as you can see in our calendar, we will be looking at Unit 2 activity number 4. So look below, you'll see you'll be working through 4A, B, and C in Activity 4. You will complete the Activity 4 Delta Math, which the link is here, but it's also embedded in the lesson pages, as well as the D2L quiz from 4C. Okay, you can click the link, or you can also find the quiz in the lesson pages or under quizzes itself. And of course, submit the main Activity 4 main checkpoint. Always keep an eye on the calendar, because that kind of gives you an idea as to what's coming up and what's due. Now, a couple of points I wanted to make before we start this week. In terms of your grades, so I'm going to go to it right now. Now, I'm sure you've noticed that there is no attendance being done. So how we do attendance essentially is based on your submission of the checkpoints. So last week, students were dropped from the course if they did not complete or if they did not complete the orientation quiz. Because what that means is between the orientation quiz and the checkpoints, if you have, I believe it's four consecutive non-submissions, obviously after efforts to contact home and email, then the student will be dropped from the course. So that's how we do attendance, is the completion of the checkpoints. Not based on the marks, of course, it's just based on the completion. So if you've completed your orientation quiz, activity checkpoint 1, 2, and activity checkpoint 2, 3, and the week 1 test, then obviously you have been marked as here for 3 days in a row, or 4 days in a row. So today's checkpoint would be activity number 4, which I try to have it marked for tomorrow. And if you did it and you submitted it, then you're technically marked as here. Okay, so that's just a little note on the checkpoints. Now, as you're watching this video, everything should be marked. If there's something I'm missing, except Delta Math, let me know. The week 1 test should also be marked as well. Okay. And now in terms of the rough work, so how we mark those tests is obviously it's automatically marked, and I'll publish those results. Then what's going to happen is I'm going to go back to your rough work and see if you showed enough rough work for some of the questions, and that's where you see your mark might drop a little bit if there's no rough work on questions that clearly need rough work. So for example, long division or synthetic division or factoring and so forth. Okay, so that's a note on the marks. Quizzes, right. So for those D2L quizzes that you see embedded in the lessons, when you finish, make sure you click submit. If you don't click submit, from my end, what I see is an incomplete quiz. If it's an incomplete quiz, there's nothing I can do from my end. I can't submit it for you. An incomplete quiz will automatically be a 0. So make sure if you have a 0 on a quiz that you feel like you did, go back to quizzes, open that quiz back up, and somewhere on that page you should be able to submit. Okay, so that's that. That's a note on attendance. Let's see if there's anything else I'm missing. Make sure you stay on top of your Delta Math. Technically, the rule of thumb, there will be a Delta Math for each activity, with the exception of the first 2. I forgot to mention that. The first Delta Math is activity 1 and 2 combined, okay? It's now properly labeled on Delta Math. What else? I think that's it. Again, I have office hours from 12 to 1 today. If you run into any issues, let me know. Or if you want to talk about something else, you can pop in and we can discuss it as well. I don't think there's anything else I want to include in this video. Happy Monday, and hope you have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.